Hello guys, welcome back to the new video. So in this video we are going to add the eraser functionality and also we will add the functionality for changing the canvas color. So first let's go to the domain package and this model and drawing tool. And here first let's press Ctrl B on this eraser so we can see where we are using this. Right now we are only using this in our view model and these first four are just implementation of our DAO. And go to this view model and right now on our update continuing offset we are just updating the freehand path to our eraser also. But now for eraser tool we will keep a small circle, so wherever user drags the finger that circle should go there. So for that let's just cut this part from here and use it here. And for this we will create a new function with the name create eraser path. And to this function we will provide just the end offset and press alt enter and create new function with this name. And here in this function our path will not be nullable and we will create just a simple circle, apply, and here we have this add oval and we need to use this rectangle. And for that rectangle we will use this center and whatever the end offset we will use as the center. And radius let's take just 5f, so there will be a small dot like circle wherever we will drag this razor tool. And after this update continuing offset we are handling right now in this continue drawing, this function updates the current path state and that current path state we are handling in our finished drawing. And here we are just checking if we have laser path, then we are just updating our laser path, otherwise we are just inserting the path. So here let's also put a check for the eraser. So if we have eraser, then again we don't need to insert the path into the local database, but we will call the delete path function. But for now let's try to run this part. And here is our desktop app. So let's open this card. Let's select the eraser, and if I drag anywhere then there is a small circle. But right now if I drag on any path then that path is not deleting. So we need to give this functionality and minimize this and this also. And here we need to call our delete path function. But before that what we need is wherever user will drag these offsets. So in our update continuing offsets, apart from that drawing that circle path, we should also collect all those paths on which user has dragged. So for that first let's create a state in our whiteboard state and here make a duplicate of this and the name will be paths to be deleted. And in this list of paths we will keep all those paths which we need to delete. So let's go back to view model and go to this update continuing offsets. And before creating the path let's create one function, update paths to be deleted. And to this function we will provide the start and end offset. And we don't have this function yet, so let's press alt enter and create new function and scroll down and let's keep this function in the last after every other function here. So how we are going to collect these paths? So here first thing we will get the list of paths we already have from our state, and let's convert this to mutable list so we can update this list. And we will take whole list of paths and use a for each block, and we will get a single path. And on every single path we first need to get the bounds of it, here we can simply get these bounds drawn path dot path. Here we have this function get bounds, and this get bounds function will give us the offsets wherever this path is. Let's check this bound with the if block. If this bounds contains our start offset or end offset, then we need to update our paths to be deleted list with this add. Let's also wrap this add function with the if block. If paths to be deleted dot contains, if this list already contains our drawn path, then we don't need to add it again. And at the end of this function, we will simply update our state of list to the new list. So this is how we are going to collect all those paths on which user has dragged. And this function we are using in our update continuing offsets. And after this continued drawing, we will get this finish drawing event, and here we need to call our delete paths function. Scroll down and create one more function with the name delete path. And to this function, we will not simply pass the single path, but rather a list of paths. And call this paths dot for each, and for each path we need to call our delete function. And this delete path function, let's call it in our finish drawing event. We need to pass these paths so we will get from our state, because we have updated the list in our continue drawing event. And this is how our eraser functionality will be done. Now let me run the app again. And here is our app. Let's open it, and first let's also draw some more paths. And open our eraser, and if I drag here, and it is not deleting. And let me see what I have left. So I checked the code, there is two mistakes. So here on this if block, we need to negate this condition by this exclamation. Because if this list does not contain the drawn path, then we need to add this path. And one more thing we need to update is on our finish drawing event, after calling our delete path function, we need to update our state of this paths to be deleted list again to empty. So here, apart from this current path, let's put this paths to be deleted to empty list, and again run our app. And here is our app, so let's open it and open our eraser and drag this here, and we have successfully erased that. And this time let's drag on both these things. And sometimes this eraser can also delete the adjacent path, but that thing can also be handled by the user through these undo and redo buttons. So let's now erase this circle, and we have successfully did, and also this. So we can see our eraser is working pretty good. And here is, this is how. And let me also update one thing. Go to this continuing offset event by pressing Ctrl B, and here instead of simply offset, let's rename this to continuing offset, so there should be some clarity. And go back to our view model and go to this function. Again change this to continuing offset and scroll down And on all these function, we need to change this to continuing offset instead of this end offset because there is some ambiguity in this end word. I think again we need to put in a separate line. And first let's also run our Android app. Then we will give the functionality of adding that canvas color. And here is our Android app. Let's open any of these card. Use some more paths. And now let's erase these. And this is how it will be done. So here we can see our eraser functionality also working perfectly fine on our Android app. Now let's minimize all this. Hey everyone, if you are finding this tutorial helpful, you will love my premium Udemy course where we will build Measuremate, a fitness app using Jetpack Compose. We go in depth on the Firebase authentication, Firestore, and more. Check out the course in the description and take your skills to the next level. See you there. Now next thing we need to add the functionality of that canvas color. So go to our whiteboard and this component and this command palette, and here scroll down and we have this command palette content, and here we are keeping the color section for our stroke colors. So we just need to make a copy of this and we will use one more section for canvas color. And in between both these things, let's use a spacer with 20 dp height. And this section title will be canvas, and we need to provide these three things. So scroll down again, we need to keep a permanent color and some other colors, and the permanent color will be the white and some other colors we will provide through the parameters. And make a copy of these three parameters and use it here and rename these two. First one will be this canvas color, and this one selected canvas color, and this one on canvas color change. And now we can use these. Let's copy these parameters and use it in our command palette card and also in our command palette drawer content, and we need to use in our content. And copy these because we also need to use in our card. So this is all for our canvas color section in our command palette card, and both these things we are using in our whiteboard screen. So we'll press Ctrl B and here we have add these three parameters. And like we are handling these stroke colors, we will also do this thing in our canvas color. For this canvas color, we also have some default canvas colors in our colors file. And for this selected canvas color and this on canvas color change, we need to create a state and an event. Go to our state by pressing Ctrl B and before this, let's create one more value with canvas color. And by default, we are going to keep white. I think we already have canvas color value. Next thing, we need to add one event. Go to our whiteboard event. And like we are keeping this stroke color change, let's use canvas color change. And use both these things here. Copy all three parameters, and we also need to use these three parameters in our card for our desktop app here. And go to our whiteboard state and press Ctrl B on this canvas color. So right now we are using this canvas color at these four places. First on these cards and that drawer content. Next thing, this canvas color needs to be applied on the canvas. So here, instead of giving this hard coded white color, we need to get the color from our state. And this canvas color we are using in our view model. In this get whiteboard by ID, whenever we will get the already created whiteboard, then we need to update this canvas color from that default white color to the whatever color we have saved. And next thing, we are using this canvas color in our upsert whiteboard function. So whenever we will update our whiteboard, then we need to also update this canvas color to whatever color we have in our state. And this upsert whiteboard function we are only using in our start drawing event. And we also need to use this function whenever we will change the canvas color. And we are going to use that event here. Let's put this beside this stroke color change. So these similar events should be at one place. And first thing here, what we need is copy this and update our canvas color from whatever color user has selected, and call our upsert whiteboard function. So this canvas color should also be updated into that local database. And this is how our canvas color will be updated. Now let's run the desktop app first. And here is our desktop app. Open this first card and this command palette, and here we have one more section with the canvas color. And if I select any different color, and this is how it will be updated. In the future videos, we will also give the functionality of selecting a custom color through this color palette dialog. But for now, we need to select among these colors. So let's select this green one, and if I go back to the home and open it again, and here we have the color we selected. Let's also update the color of this card, this orange one, and if I go back and come again, then we have the selected color. So our canvas color is working perfectly fine. Now let's run the Android app also. And here is our Android app. So let me update the color of each card. Let's select this first one for this, and this one to second, and to this third, fourth. And now let's see. And here we have all the updated colors. So this canvas color functionality is also working perfectly fine. That's all for this video. We have successfully added this eraser and this canvas color functionality. In the next video, we are going to add the color selection dialog to our app. I hope you are finding these videos helpful, and as always, if you have any suggestions, Feel free to drop down the comment and thanks for watching.